Okay, so welcome to this session. This is going to be a power-packed session where we are going to be going deep into understanding on what does it really take to become a multi-million dollar affiliate marketer in the affiliate space and information marketer. Now, today's session is going to be an interview where I'm going to be, asking questions. It's going to be like a hangout. We're going to have a conversation with Vic Strisius. He's the world's leading authority when it comes to traffic and conversions. And there are very few people that I know go to his level of depth in terms of understanding and implementing systems and doing things in a particular way. So today we're going to be having a conversation. I'm going to be asking him questions. And if some of you do not know this, it's because of Vic that I was able to go from the scratch to achieving over $100,000 of sales selling my courses and other online products. So for me, it's a true honor and privilege to have someone like Vic share his time. He's a very, very busy man. He's in the middle of like some major launches that are happening right now. And I really want to thank Vic for giving us time, especially for the people here in India. So all of you, I'd like all of you to give your love and wishes to Vic in the comment box, because he is here in the room and he's going to be reading all your comments as it comes through. And choose panelists and attendees if you are able to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be making Vic as a host, and I'm going to be giving him host controls, and we are going to be having a conversation. So Vic, let's do this. Super excited to have you, Vic. Thank you so much for giving your time and being here for us.
Hey Sid, what's up, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. I just love the backdrop of yours, your entire family. That it looks really nice.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, good to see everybody. Good to be back with you guys. I hope everybody's doing great. How's your part of the world doing?
All good here, Vic. Thanks to you, a lot of huge progress, exponential growth happening, not just for me, but for a lot of people in our community. So we are excited to hear from you, and let's just have this conversation and see where it goes and how people can get inspired on this journey. In the game of affiliate marketing. Yes.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm happy to hang out with you guys, and let's talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yep. Super. So Vic, let's start off with the first thought in my mind is I want everyone here to know about, what got you into the affiliate marketing industry. I mean, how did you get started in this? Where did you come from? I know that you come from very humble beginnings, college dropout, all that stuff. So maybe can you just share on what got you into this industry?
Being selfish, man. I mean, I remember I got started, Sid, in 2000, and we got married in 2004.
Okay.
And in 2005 ish is when I come across this whole affiliate marketing, this internet marketing world, and I got so excited because I'm the kind of guy that I remember when I was still in high school, I remember telling my parents, I'm like, I'm going to have something on my own. I had a job, cleaning toilets when I was, when we came here to this country. And I worked there for about 2 weeks at a bank. I must have been like probably 14 years old, at that time. And I had that job for about 2 weeks. And then as I was, mopping floors and cleaning toilets at a bank, being a 14-year-old, I was looking at this other department at the bank, and it was like a proof department where people just type in checks and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? I want to work over there, instead of being there. So at the same place, I wanted to move up the ladder and do something that I would feel more comfortable and something I would like better. And so 2 weeks later, I moved up to that other department, and by that time I was like 15 years old. So, and I had that job, and I was working at banking, things and just working for somebody all the time. And I never liked it. I don't know if it's just me being a little weird or whatever, but I never liked working for somebody. Like I remember one time I was working at collections department at a bank, and I remember my boss, department manager. I mean, the guy I was making, I was probably making like $13 an hour, and this guy was maybe making $15 an hour, and he was basically like forcing me to come to work on Saturday at like 7 a.m. And I just hated it, man. I did not like that idea. And I'm like, dude, I will not work for people. And I did not know how it was going to happen, what, you know, how how my life would turn out. But I always had this idea in the back of my head that, you know, I just wanted to work for myself, have better life, you know, and I'm like, if I ever get married, you know, this is when I was getting up there. I got married when I was 20, you know, so
Wow. Okay.
kind of early, a little, you know, still as a kid, right? But I made this commitment to myself that, you know, I would have something on my own, and that was just me. And, you know, I don't know if a lot of people can relate to this, because, you know, not everybody is like that,
Yeah.
you know? And so just having that commitment that I would not settle, you know, I think what a lot of people are doing is they're just settling.
Yeah.
You know, they don't like what they do, but they settle because they don't know how to do something else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I think people that settle, those people tend to go and just relive the same stuff that they don't really like. You know, it's not bad. It's not terribly bad, but it's not bad to the point to where they, you know, they don't do anything about. And so it's called the comfort zone. And that's why that comfort zone is a silent killer. It's the killer of people's dreams. It's the killer of people's ambition. It's a killer of you know, of I mean, it's like that glass ceiling that you get accustomed to, and you're like, okay, this is my life, and that's how it's going to be. And I guess this is my lot in life. So when I got online, you know, we got married, and I made this commitment to my wife and myself. I said, baby, I'm going to take care of you. You know, you're not going to have to work. And I had no idea how I was going to do that, man, honestly. So I come across the internet marketing, and this was 2005-ish.
Okay.
And I would see people, you know, flashing lifestyles, and I'm like, dude, this is what I want. You know, I want to have better stuff in life. I want to have better car. I want to have better things. I want to have money in the bank. I want to have that cushion. And I just want to be free. Like, I want to be location independent. I want to be able to travel and work from my computer, and just that whole concept of being, you know, being free. It just so resonated with me, because it stemmed back from like years and years and years ago, what I wanted to do. Right.
Yeah.
And that really got me hooked on this idea of internet marketing. So this is how I came across, you know, affiliate marketing, and I had to join. It was that direct sales company. And I came across that company, and I had to join. I had to buy into the deal. Didn't have any money, so I had to borrow a whole bunch of money. And that's where the fun began, man, because I did not know anything about marketing. I did not know anything. I just like, you know, I was just like jump in the pool and then just learn how to swim while you're there, you know, that kind of situation for me. But yeah, that's how I started. And that's what attracted me to affiliate marketing. And I was basically promoting this company had products. It was like a business opportunity-ish type deal. And we would promote those products, and we would make commissions for sales generated, you know, so that was my start. And first 8 months, zero, no sales, nothing. Zero. And then next 3 months after that, became number one income earner in that company.
Wow.
Never looked.
So who influenced you, Vic, in terms of marketing ideas, and like, who did you learn from, the concepts, the fundamentals?
When I got started, man, I was learning from people that were doing what I was doing, called the majority, you know, and what I realized, which I did not know, that at the time, is that majority is usually wrong. You know, I was following. So I'll give you an example. So I joined this company, and I would just watch what everybody else was doing in that company. So that company had like thousands of affiliates. Everybody's trying to promote the product. Everybody's trying to scream, whoever screams the loudest, right? And everybody's like trying to step on each other's toes and stuff like that. I'm like, I guess that's what I have to do. So I would just like, I would join the crowd, right? And I would do what the crowd was doing. And that's what it got me. Nothing. You know, I tell you, man, I borrowed a whole bunch of, you know, $30,000 from a friend here locally. He knew me, you know, we go to the same church. Our parents know each other. And you know, he didn't have it. So he borrowed it against his mortgage. So he you know, he put like a, what did you call it? Like a second mortgage on the house, or he had it paid off. So but the thing is this is what I'll tell you guys. And you know, you watching this, some people might be like, well, Vic, you got lucky, whatever. Right. You know what got me that deal? It was my excitement for what I wanted to do. Like, I was committed to making it happen. Like I was radiating this confidence that this would work out for me. I had no idea how I was going to do it, right? But because that confidence that I had in my wanting to do this and that I would figure out a way to do this, you know, that impacted other people that I was dealing with. In this example, it was my buddy. I'm like, dude, internet marketing is real, man. This, like, when I was explaining to him what I was going to use this money for, he believed me because I was so committed to making it happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, 20,000 of it I blew on ads. You know, joined the company, had to pay, you know, several $1,000s to join the company. And then the rest of that was like just advertising, just throw money out the window. Zero sales coming in. And then I, you know, got to the point where we had to make a decision. Do I continue to do this, go this route, or do I go back to find a job or something, you know?
And you still had the family, right? The family was going, you had kids, and, you know, money was going, no sales. What was that?
Dude,
feeling?
I had no sales. We were living off of on fumes. You know what I mean? Like there was no sales. I quit my job. My wife didn't work. I told her not to worry about job. We're going to figure this out. And you know, it's probably not the smartest thing in the world to do, but that was me, you know, and I'll just tell you what I did, you know. I don't know if, you know, I don't think everybody can do it because I don't know if, you know, if people have that confidence in themselves or maybe that you got to be a little crazy, I think. You know, being an entrepreneur sometimes that you got to take this leap of faith and just go for it and just know that you will figure out a way on your way down.
So there was no plan B. It was just burning the ships. Yeah.
Right. Dude, there's no, and that's what I say. I say, you know, if you have plan B, you'll probably take it. I mean, 99.9% chance that if you have plan B, you will take your plan B. And I didn't have plan B. I was like, I'm going to do this or I'm going to die trying. And so I would Sid, I'll tell you, man, I would stay up until 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I did not count hours, you know, and this is another thing that was really important for us. You know, I had a conversation with my wife. I said, baby, here's what we're going to do. Here's what my intention is.
Okay.
And we want to be on the same page. You know, you're married, right? You got a wife and you know what that's like, you know, people that are married, they know what it's like. You know, the women, they like stability, they like comfort, they like, you know, that whole safety situation, you know.
Exactly.
In my case, you know, I'm more of a risk taker, but we had a conversation and we wanted to make sure that we're on the same page, you know. And so this is when I got committed. Now, when she saw my work ethic, you know, she supported me. You know, I think a lot of people have that friction in the family because their work ethic does not match what they're saying, you know. And so significant other like, they don't believe them. So you got to put yourself, I think this is just like me thinking out loud here with you, man. You got to put yourself in a situation where you believe with every ounce, with every cell of your body that you will do this or you're going to die trying. And I think people that get to that position, people that are in that, you know, situation, those people have the best chance of making it happen.
Got it.
It's from what I see, you know. But you know, you asked me what influenced me. I was doing what the crowd was doing, and just trying to like, how do I get traffic to my affiliate site for this company? And there was no difference between me and 500 other affiliates. Absolutely no difference. And then I came across some mentors. You know, Dan Kennedy was one of the guys that I was learning from. He's an old school. He is really.
I think our respects to him. I think he just left this world, and I think he's one of the greatest marketers.
But he's an old school, you know, direct marketing type guy, and one of the things that I learned from him that really stood out for me was he said, "Don't be just another fill in the blank. You know, don't be just another affiliate. Like if you're doing what everybody else in your space is doing, like, okay, think about it like this. If I'm dentist, right? If you're a dentist in your city, you don't want to be just another dentist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're going to be a dentist, you want to be head and shoulders above other dentists. Like if I'm an affiliate, if I'm trying to promote affiliate products, if I'm just like another affiliate, I'm screwed. This is a road to poverty because There is no difference between you and anybody else. Why should
Absolutely.
anybody deal with you, right? So this was the first big, like huge aha moment for me. And I'm like, okay, that makes so much sense. So, but then how do I not be like everybody else, you know? And this is when I started to learn about packaging, right? So whatever you're doing, it's not about the thing, it's about how you present the thing. It's about how you go about marketing it, you know? So, I mean, I can tell you this, I can summarize this whole, you know, success pretty much in anything. Sid, for you and your people here, it'll probably be 2 words. Number 1 is decision. Number 2 is direction. A lot of people don't decide, right? And some people decide, but they are lacking direction.
Exactly.
So in my situation, in my case, I decided and I was so committed. I sold myself on the idea, but I had no direction. So I was like, you know, I would buy this course and everybody's trying to be, you know, present themselves as a millionaire, whatever. In reality, they're on welfare is what I realized later, you know? And so there's just a lot of leading the blind going on, especially online. It's very, very easy to, you know, for people to fake stuff.
Exactly.
But there is very few people that can withstand the test of time, because a lot of buddies of mine that started with me are no longer, I mean, I can probably count them on one hand. They're the ones that are still around in the industry. Everybody just kind of faded away,
yes,
you know? And that was what, almost like 14 years ago.
Wow.
You know, so a lot of people fade away. And so I think the people that, you know, if you're going to learn from, I mean, find somebody who withstood the test of time. So my mentor, this was my first real mentor, was Dan Kennedy, right? This guy has been a veteran, and I don't even know how I came across his stuff. One thing led to another, but that was, you know, I always say this to people. I say, I'm not somebody special. I'm not some kind of a, you know, some kind of a, lucky guy or whatever. I was just fortunate enough to have that mentor come into my life indirectly. Like, it's not like I paid him, you know, to go to see him personally. I couldn't afford that. I mean, he charges like $100,000 to work with people one-on-one, right? So I couldn't do that. But I got his courses, you know, I read some of his books. So like indirect mentoring made an impact on me. And I was just smart enough, Sid. I was smart enough to listen to that. Right. So, and things started to change for me. So I, you know, being in the same company, I started to differentiate myself. I'm like, all right, so instead of promoting what everybody else is doing, I'm going to create myself a landing page, capture page, and start building my asset, which is my list, which is what I was learning from Dan. He's like, dude, build your business asset, is your list. Okay. Deliver things that your people, like, don't sell a thing. People buy a thing because there is a you know, certain result they want from the thing.
Yes.
So if you talk about the root of what they really are after and connect with them based on that, the thing just becomes a means to an end. And so go beyond just the thing. And so that was a big, you know, big aha moment for me at that time. And I started to really focus on that. So see, I started to get a little bit of a direction on how to do this. And so trial and error, I'll tell you this. When I started to implement this idea, like, I created myself a landing page, started to build a list, started to connect with my list, and just serve them, like, you know, based on what they wanted to do. And as simple as that sounds, man, 3 months later, I became #1 income earner in that company. Now we can take 2 days here and talk about all the strategies. Obviously, you know, you have been through, you know, through the stuff that we teach here. And so what is happening here, you know, over the last 14 years, what I've learned, you know, we do this kind of stuff now. But like, I want people to understand that this is not, it's not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would be a millionaire.
Yes.
But it is simple, right? And the reason it is not easy and some people are not making it is because I think at the end of the day, it really comes down to those 2 things. Number 1 is decision, the level of your decision and commitment. And number 2 is, do you have direction that is legitimate, real, proven, tested path for you to follow that will lead you to success? And if you have those 2 things, you can't help but win.
Absolutely.
Because if other people are doing that, having those 2 things implemented in their life, they're winning, you should win. Now, you know, one thing I also say to people is don't be a cookie cutter, right? So when I say direction, you got to be entrepreneurial minded and think, you know, and really read between the lines a lot and really position yourself to win. So, you know, big tip I can tell to everybody is this: like as early as you guys can, make this commitment and make this be your mission or your thing, that you would not be in transactional business, you would be in the people's business, right? So there's two types of ways that we can look at it. You can be in transactional business, which is, hey, how can I sell this, you know, this earbuds right here? How can I just make a transaction? And you know, if that's the case, you will always be grinding, you will always be hustling for the next customer, for the next sale. But instead of going for transactions, what if you went for relationship? Then relationships lead to a lot of transactions because people trust you. And if you're genuine about that kind of stuff, you will be around for long, right? People will respect you. You will build credibility. You will build a real business. Even if you're doing affiliate marketing, even if you don't even have your own product, you can build a real legitimate business that will be here to stay. You will be solid. You'll be proud of it. People will respect you. You will get admiration. I mean, look at you. You got, you know, almost 500 people in the room here, dude. This is, and you started from scratch, you know?
From scratch, yeah.
Right. So
Just following you, yeah.
Show you that these strategies are duplicatable and replicatable.
Absolutely.
Anyway, long answer to your short question.
No, it's amazing. Great insights, guys. If you're loving it, just type loving it in the comment box, because this is like raw and real from Vic actually sharing his journey. So Vic, can you just tell us what were the biggest mistakes that you made when you got started on this journey, which when you look back in hindsight, you'll say like, I'm never going to go in that direction, you know, anymore. So people are starting on this journey now. What should they be keeping in mind, you know, based on your experience?
You know, Sid, I made a ton of mistakes. I made some, you know, I did a lot of stupid things in my life that I would never, ever repeat again. But I'll tell you this, every single mistake, every single thing that I did wrong, I would not want to change it, because that led me to what happened next. Yes. If that makes sense. It might sound weird, you know? So yeah, some things I would never, ever repeat, but I learned from every single mistake. I learned from every single setback. I learned from every single stupid thing that I've done, right? So in like, when it comes to business, some of the mistakes early on is just following the crowd was a big mistake, because that cost me 20 grand, you know, was trying to fit into whatever everybody else was doing. If you generally look at where the crowd, the masses are going, if you generally take the opposite direction, you'll have a better, higher probability of you succeeding, because, you know, majority of people are usually wrong. Number two is not having, and I don't know if this was a mistake, but you know, this is one thing that I did not know. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know. You know, so when I was getting started, I did not know that I was getting wrong information, and that wrong information cost me a lot of money. You know, so to me, the opposite. So if we like invert that, my advice for people would be is don't jump into things too quick until, or, you know, before like doing, just, you want to find the right thing. You want to find the real thing. Right. So like, take a look at you, for example, right? So you have started from scratch, and you have, you know, you can prove your success, right? You have the community to back it up. You're not just some dude talking on video and you never, and you have 2 people listening to you. I mean, you got almost 500 people in the room right now. And so there was a process to you getting here. Make sense? So you guys are on this call, right? You should be really taking a look at, for example, what Sid is doing. Because if he can do this, right, and it's not a magic thing, let me just say this magic word or click this magic button or send this magic letter and all of a sudden get rich. If you do the fundamentals, you will have a business that will be here to stay, right? And something you will be proud of. But there is a process to this on this journey. So if you just stick to the process, I say this, you guys, greatness is a choice. Right? But you've got to fall in love with the process of becoming the very best version of you. Okay. So if you want to be the best marketer, if you want to be the best affiliate marketer, the best online entrepreneur, the best chiropractor, it doesn't matter, right? It's a choice. It's a choice. But if you don't make that choice, if you don't make that decision, you're making a choice by default to be the opposite of that, which is being average and mediocre. Now, when you made a decision to become great at fill in the blank, then you got to fall in love with the process of becoming great. Now, this is where a lot of people get disconnected, because that process, a lot of people don't want to do. But if you can trick your mind, if you can trick yourself, I'm gonna fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of me. Amazing. I'm gonna fall in love with the process, not the end result. I promise you, when you get to the end, your goal, you'll be disappointed, because there's gonna be you'll be like, okay, is this really it? I remember wanting to my dream car. I'm gonna digress here for a sec. My dream car was BMW, dude. I was like 7 Series. I remember we came back from the Ukraine, and I was like a kid here. I was like 13, 14 years old, and I'm like looking at. I'm like, dude, BMW is gonna be my car. That was my dream car ever since I was a kid, and fast forward, I got into affiliate marketing, started making money. Guess what I did the first thing? Buy myself BMW, all right, 750 series. Okay. It was brand new, went to a dealer, cut a check for it. It was great, right? And I'm like, it's a car, dude. It's a car, So I'm like, really, this is what I was wanting, for like years and years. And now that I got it, it's just a car. So your goal will always evolve. Your thing will always evolve. So the thing you don't really fall in love with the thing, because it will always, there's always going to be another level. But if you fall in love with the process, see, if somebody wants to make $100,000, it's not the money that's really important here. What's really important is the person that they become in the process of making that 100K, because the person needs to be a different person. The guy that's making 10K, no way in the world he's going to make 100K unless he becomes a person worthy of 100K, right? So if you take nothing else from what I'm telling you today, just take this. Fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of you in whatever area you want it to be. If it's health, nobody wants to go to the gym. Nobody wants to work out. Nobody wants to do the hard stuff. But if you fall in love with the process, dude, you've got, nothing can stop you.
Amazing.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely, Vic. Which actually leads me into the next question is, I think you would have seen not just you growing through this process from broke to 10K, 100K, million, multiple millions. Yeah. What do you think are those qualities that you would see at each of these stages in some ways? So just to rephrase the question, what are the characteristics of a broke person on this journey? Where would they evolve into the 10K stage? What are the characteristics that you see in them, and what actually makes them move to $1 million a month? Like that's where you've achieved. So any patterns that you've observed as far as characteristics?
Yeah, totally. So success is a holistic thing. And Sid, you know this, you and I, we talked about this as well.
Yes.
You cannot approach success just being one-sided. You cannot approach success being linear. It's not a linear thing. It's not like, okay, I'm just gonna, like, I think Jim Rohn said this too. He said, don't, and I'm gonna paraphrase this, I'm gonna probably butcher this, but he said something like, you don't pursue success. You become a person that success will be attracted to.
Yes.
Something to that effect. So success to me is a holistic thing. So it's not just, you cannot be a sloppy person as a person. You cannot be a person that just feeds yourself with like what's going on in the world and negativity and all this junk and fighting with everybody and be successful at the same time. I don't buy that. I don't see that happening. And if I see that happening, it's never lasting. It's just a, flesh in a pan. It's never, so to me, success is a holistic thing. Okay. So what I mean by holistic thing is this, if I want to go from working, and earning $1,500 a month to earning $15,000 a month, this guy got to change. right? Because what I do, like affiliate marketing, and this is a big thing. If I hope out of 500 people or 450 people who got here, I hope that 5 of you guys will get this, because this is a thing that so many people don't get. Like let me tell you this: affiliate marketing, right? A lot of people think, okay, I'm going to build my affiliate marketing, or they don't even think about it as a business. A lot of people think, well, I'm just doing affiliate marketing, so my goal is just to make a sale. Okay. That kind of mindset will never, ever, ever, ever in a million years get you to freedom, ever. You'll be doing stuff that's shady, shaky. You'll always be looking for the next best thing, the next hot thing, whatever. You will never have a business out of it. You will never be satisfied. You will never be truly fulfilled. And you will always be frustrated because you're always depending on something to be hot in order for you to make money. What's the next hot opportunity? And that's why you see a lot of people jumping from one thing to another thing to another thing, because, the thing goes cold and people have no clue how to really turn that idea into a business. And so they're always, and you know what, deep down, they're miserable, right? These people are miserable because there is no stability. There is no control. If you have no control or feeling of control, then what happens? You're out of control. If you're in the car and the car goes out of control, what happens? You freak out because you can't control it. Guess what? Same thing in business, same thing in life, same thing everywhere. So you got to look at what you do. Let's say if it's affiliate marketing, you want to build a business around it, right? So how can I build a business around this idea? Because one idea can make you a millionaire. Execute it. Execute one idea well executed can make you a millionaire. One idea can put you in a poorhouse too. Goes the opposite too, But here's the thing. Think of affiliate marketing, whatever you guys, most people doing here affiliate marketing, right?
Yeah, we have, actually, it's a varied crowd. We have people from various, in fact, you can just pull up a poll if you want. I've loaded a poll into the system to, so that you'll get a perspective on what the people are actually doing. If you want to just get a perspective.
Maybe we can do it later, but I'll tell you this. It doesn't matter what it is you're doing, but I can tell you this. Whatever it is that you're doing, figure out and think of you. How can you build a business around that idea? If the idea is affiliate marketing, how can I build a business around that idea? Because all it is just an idea. What's money? Money is an idea. What's affiliate marketing? It's an idea. It's a concept. How can you build a business around that? If I'm selling pans on Shopify or whatever, or e-commerce, if I'm doing drop shipping, whatever, how can I build a business around that concept? Does that make sense? Right? So think of that, okay? Because that will elevate you on a different frequency of thinking. And when you think differently, then you'll start to operate differently and implement different ideas, and you will start to listen to people that are different, that are talking about stuff that are on that level. You won't be listening to these bottom feeders here, right? So, but then take it a step, another step. What is business? You don't have a business, you are a business. Because a business for Vic, if I want to take 4%, what we do here, and we started out as just a marketing engine for another company. But if I would stay there, if I did not grow this guy, there is one person. You go to any company, Amazon has Jeff Bezos. Without Jeff Bezos, there would be no Amazon.
Yes.
Makes sense, right? Right, you guys? Without Elon Musk, there would be no Tesla. Simple. There is one guy or one gal, there is one person behind every empire. Right? I mean, just let it sink into your conscious a little bit. That's it.
Yes.
So what is that one person in your business? So if you have a business around affiliate marketing, who's that guy or gal? Who is that person? Well, it's you, right? So you don't have a business, you are a business. If Jeff Bezos would be a low life, some kind of a dude that just couch potato and didn't do anything, would he ever have Amazon? No. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? So for me to grow my business, I don't even look at like I have a business. I'm looking at this is a business right here. So that's why I say success is a holistic thing. So if I take care of this guy right here, the 6 inches between my ears that controls everything else in my life, then everything else will fall into its right place. That's it. right? And so when people feel out of control, it's simply because they don't understand these simple concepts. And because of that, it's a downward spiral. They're blaming other people. They're like, oh, they feel entitled, and they feel like somebody owes them something, and it's somebody else's fault. At the end of the day, it's your fault. If I've got something going on in my life I don't like, I gotta go here, right? So I work on myself holistically, right? To business. If I want to grow I'll give you guys a big secret here. We're doing some crazy things here inside 4% right now. I mean, we're about to launch 4% 4.0. We've got, some really, really cool stuff happening. And so where I envision 4%, I go and I push myself in a different area. Like, for example, it might not make sense, and I don't want it to be to come across as something weird, but I tell you, when I push myself mentally and physically, even outside of business, I get better results in business. And it sounds super weird. I'm a big, one of the key attributes, I've got this. Sid, you have this, right?
Yeah, it's right here. I've got it. Yes.
All right. Have a clear vision of the future you want to create. Number one. Number two, never complain about anything you can't change or unwilling to change. Number three, learn something new today. Okay. Number four, break a sweat every day. I have that there for a reason, Sid, because over 14 years of my journey, okay, it has been proven over and over and over and over and over again for me. And I see this happening with other people. And that is this: when you push yourself in one area and you compete with yourself in one area, other areas tend to improve by default. Why? Because you build confidence, right? And what is confidence? Confidence is being able to give yourself a command and do it. And those small wins create bigger wins, and confidence tends to compound. When you have confidence, it compounds, it spills into other areas of your business. And so that's why you see winners continue to win and losers continue to lose. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So you want to be very careful not to go on a side not to go on a losing side or a downward spiral side, because that's going to spill into other areas. And then before you know it, you get fat, you get lethargic, you'll get broke, you'll get divorced, you'll get angry at yourself, and the whole world is going to be against you in your mind, right? So I don't know if I'm making sense here, but success is a holistic thing, dude.
Yes. Money is the byproduct of how you become. I mean, that's what, if I could just rephrase what you're saying. Okay. So all these different levels, can you just tell us your journey of, how you achieve your first 10K, 100K, a million, and then multiple millions? So has that been something which you've been doing consistently through this journey? Like maybe it's a habit or ritual or something, which you see it's like a pattern, which has taken you to these multiple millions of sales.
Yeah. So, it's a process, man. It's a process. So what? And again, you're going through the success challenge, right?
Yes.
So and you saw this. So for me to it's really, I would be doing people a disservice by telling them, well, I can tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me see if I can pull it up, man. Maybe I have it on this computer. Maybe I'm not. I've developed a blueprint. It's pretty simple. I've developed a blueprint that, can I share my screen here or not?
Yeah, you would be able to. Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if you see this.
Yeah, we can see it.
See it? Okay. So this blueprint said, this is something that I teach. This is like the core of, this is, you asked me, how did I go from, from nothing to $1 million? This right here.
Yeah.
That's it. Right. So you can apply this to your affiliate marketing. You can apply this to your e-commerce, whatever, your own product, books, whatever, services, doesn't matter. This blueprint right here, brother, this is what we teach, obviously, as you know, inside the Success Challenge. For affiliate marketing, this is the core of my teachings, and everything that we do here is pretty simple. You got traffic. Traffic by itself is nothing if you don't have the machine. If you don't have this stuff, right? This is your business, okay? And this is where you need to shine right here. And so you have landing page, you got your pre-framer, okay? And then this is right here is your hub. Like for you, Sid,
yes,
I can see you building this out. Okay.
yeah,
And I'm watching you. And because you tell me if I'm right on this, when you started building this, okay, your money started to compound.
100%. I'm
right?
just following this exactly to the T. Yes.
Right. So this right here. So what, obviously it took me 14 years to really perfect this, 14 years. And so we teach this, is anybody, I assume what people on this call, probably a lot of people are going through the success challenge. If you guys are, this is what the base, the core of what we teach. And so, there's a few things that people need to realize. Number one, what you promote matters, and you have to promote good things that are in high demand in the marketplace, right? But how you promote it is everything. This is what's going to make you, the difference between you making $1,000, $100, $1,000, or $100,000. It's how you promote it, because you can be selling, I can be selling this pen right here, and I can be making $2 per transaction on this, or I can build a business around selling these pens, and I can be a 7-figure business around selling these pens. And that goes to the, that's going to be determined by how I'm doing this versus what I'm doing. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? So, differentiate yourself. The best thing I could tell you guys is we have, there is maybe it would be a good idea for people that want to learn this. Send them to the training that we have. It's a free training that I put. It's like a 2-hour webinar that I've created. And I walk people through this in detail. I mean, we can take 2 hours here, but people would be, they'll probably get more benefit just going through that training, and it's free.
Yeah, absolutely. I've posted the link. Even if you want to go dig into a 2-hour webinar by Vic, it's there. You can go and check it out. So Vic, you've been in the affiliate industry now for a while now. There are many people in my community here who are probably brand new to this, or they just know about it theoretically. They've not actually gone in and set up things to do it themselves. So can you just give some background of, or more like just let people know on where this is going? Is this like going to blow up? I mean, what do you see the potential in this industry in the coming years?
Sorry, you broke up there on a couple occasions. You said you're talking about the industry.
The affiliate marketing industry. Where do you see it going? From your experience over the last few years, and where do you see it going in the next few years?
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Every major company has an affiliate program. Every major company, Amazon kind of popularized that. I don't think they were the ones that actually started it, but they really, really put it on the map. Amazon Associates, they don't pay much, but every company has an affiliate program, and it's lucrative. It's lucrative for companies, but I'll tell you this: I think what's going to happen in the future is, I think it's just going to magnify. It's going to be magnified what's happening now. People that understand this process, they'll get rich and get richer. Yes. And people that don't, they'll continue to grind. But I think what's going to happen is companies will start catching on to some of this stuff, and they'll start to filter people out. Is I think what's going to happen, because we already see that happening. Heck, with our company, with 4% here. I tell you this: as a company owner, we got over 300,000 users right now. We're with the 4.0 release, we're probably going to be 3 million, and then eventually 30 million people on a platform. But as a company owner, what I'm looking for skills. I'm looking for people that know what they're doing, right? And we teach this, obviously, but people that don't take the time to become great at their craft, they're going to fall by the wayside. It's going to be simple as that. And a lot of other companies are going to adopt this way of thinking as well, because affiliate is the most lucrative idea, I think, that an entrepreneur can endeavor on and actually build something legitimate. Like, think about it. I don't have to create a product. I don't have to customer service anything or anybody. I don't have to mess with merchant accounts. I don't have to create, big hosting bill or whatever. I don't have to have a lot of overhead. I can align myself with already established companies that are in high demand, products that are in high demand, and I can just simply promote and earn commissions.
Yes.
It's an awesome concept. I can be anywhere in the world. I can be on a laptop and sitting, anywhere, as long as I have internet connection, and I can run a business. It's virtual and it's real, right? A lot of people think, well, because it's online, it's, people kind of, kicking tires and stuff like that, just because it's not like a physical location. But you have to realize this is real. Like Amazon, Amazon started as an idea. Now they have physical locations, but people making money, for example, just with Amazon, they don't pay a lot, but I can be anywhere in the world and I can make money with Amazon. But with digital products, it's even better because you don't have to deliver it. You don't have to inventory it. But what I'm looking for skills. Okay. People that skill up and that are great, they're more valuable to the company. And people that are not, they're going to be more of a liability to the company rather than asset. And liability is going to get, is going to get removed. Because if an affiliate is representing or selling a product, and they're not selling it the right way, they don't understand, they're just spamming, just because they don't understand the concept of marketing, they will get cut out. And those people, obviously, they'll get, they won't get much. On the other side, if you skill up, what I'm talking about here, figure out how do you build a business. We teach, guys, if you want to do this, just watch the webinar. I mean, I teach this stuff in great detail. But build a business around this concept. If you're excited about it, build a business. We teach you. You have no excuse. I mean, if you want to learn this, learn it from Sid. He knows. I mean, he built $100,000. He earned. I mean, he is doing it now. So there is no reason for anybody to be failing at this kind of stuff. We teach the best of the best. I don't know anything else in existence that is as detailed when it comes to this kind of training as we provide. And the reason, because of the 14 years of experience that I've accumulated, and we're teaching this. So become an asset. Think about it like this, you guys. The concept of a 4%er, okay? It's a concept of greatness, okay? In any company, in any industry, in any organization you go, you will typically find for every 100 people, there's going to be 4 that will be very difficult to replace. Okay, 96 of them will be okay. If if one of those 96 people gone, you won't even notice the difference. The company won't notice any difference. If one of those 4 at the top leaves, the company will notice a difference, because those are the heaviest, the biggest producers. That's the 4% concept. So what you need to commit and decide is, do you want to be the 96%er or do you want to be the 4%er? And if you want to be the 4%er, I tell you, you will never, ever, 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 ever have to struggle in your life. Doesn't matter what company you go to. Doesn't matter what you do. You will never have to worry about money because of how you go about just running your business. Money is a byproduct of what you do. You don't chase money. You get good at the activities that generate money by default, but you don't really focus on the money. You get great at the activities that generate money, right? And you will never, ever have to worry. You will be very difficult to replace. You'll be valued. You'll feel great, right? Because you'll be respected. And you want to be, who doesn't want to be respected, dude? Everybody wants to be respected. So skill up, man. Skill up. And you'll have the future bright and shiny for you.
Awesome. Absolutely, Vic. And I think looking at the way that you've also grown in the years, you've like mastered traffic and conversions. I think that's like your superpower, which you have taken on. So maybe tell us about your philosophy about traffic generation and conversions. I mean, how do you look at things compared to how the masses do things?
Oh, I'll show you, dude. Hold on a second. Mass traffic blueprint. Here's another blueprint. I mean, I run on, I mean, everything that I've done. Let me see. I want to show you this, guys. If you're in 4%, you probably have seen this, and we teach this.
Yes.
Okay. So this is my blueprint right here. This is a $1 million conversion blueprint. And you see this part right here is traffic, right? So traffic is an important role, but it's not everything. Without traffic, you got nothing else. But if you only have traffic and you don't have this additional stuff, you also don't have anything, because you're going to be wasting money. So these two things go hand in hand. Again, 14 years, millions of dollars invested to figure this out, to perfect this. But if I blow this up, see this part right here, traffic. Yeah. Okay. Yes. You've got internal, external. So then this is an expanded blueprint just for traffic itself. When I got started, Dan Kennedy was one of the one of my early mentors, and he said, if you master two things, he said, if you get great at getting traffic and turning the traffic into leads and sales, you can write your check in life. What he was really talking to me about is learn traffic, dude. Like, don't leave this to chance. Don't let anybody run your thing. You got to understand traffic, right? Because that's like lifeblood. It's like oxygen for your human body. But then once you get traffic, understand conversions. Here's how you convert it to leads and sales. Boom. Yes. Right. So I've made a decision to master this. So I bought every course I could get my hands on. I went to every conference I could get my hand. I could see. And I was a student of this for over a decade. Okay. And obviously trial and error, what worked, what didn't work. When it comes to traffic, this is what I follow. I broke it down. There is a million ways for you to get traffic. For me, I keep it simple. You got level 1. Okay. You got level 2 traffic right here. Only when level 1 works, then you expand it outward to level 2. And then if that works, you expand it to level 3. But the trick here, okay, this is easy stuff. And again, we teach this inside 4%. This is we teach what really people need to understand is the trick here is this, okay? Data aggregation. Let me give you an example, okay? Why is Facebook so valuable? They're a social media company. Why are they so valuable? You guys know why? Yeah,
because
data.
Database.
Data. They got data. That's why they're valuable. That's why they're valuable. Okay. Why is Google so valuable? They started out as a search engine. They didn't have phones. They didn't have self-driving cars. They didn't have all the technology they have now. They started out as simple search engine that was free. How did they become so valuable? Data, right? Why is Amazon so valuable? Because they've got billions of credit cards on file. Data, right? In your business, what you do is great. How you do it is great. Part of how you do it is you've got to be smart and take a look at what makes great companies great, which is aggregating data. Okay. What I'm talking about data, I'm talking about information about your subscribers, your customers. I'm not talking about this being in a weird way. Okay. I'm talking about you being the smart and savvy businessman or entrepreneur that you need to be and understand that your business will not be the business without your prospects and customers, without your database. So when it comes to traffic generation, I want to get, there's two ways I'm looking at traffic. Advertising is what I do when I run ads, right? I advertise, right? I run a banner, I run a display, I run pay-per-click. This is, to me, that's advertising. Okay. Let me just get attention. Let me get somebody to click on my thing and then get them to opt into my funnel, right? Get them to opt into my list. When they're on my list, then to me, I look at that people that are in my world. That's when my marketing skills need to kick in. Okay. And it's a little bit controversial because some people might think, well, if you're running ads out there, you're really marketing. And yeah, you can say that. I break it down a little bit further and I say, you know what? Out there is advertising. I'm going to advertise to get somebody into my world. Once they're in my world, my job is to market to them in a way that would get me closer to my customer or potential customer. Okay. That's marketing. That's your skills. This is your, you bringing them to your hub, you serving them, you ask them what they want, you deliver, like you being real in your marketing. And if you're real in your marketing, people will trust you, people will respect you. Okay. And you will start to build something that will be solid. Then your marketing, strategies will lead into you getting sales. Okay. So in your marketing pool, you've got prospects. And then when somebody becomes a customer, they become a customer. The data, this information is critically important for you to aggregate, to master. And that's a big secret to traffic, man, because when you go out there, let's say if I depend on Facebook to send me traffic, what if there's no Facebook tomorrow? I remember when it was 2000, I want to say it was like 2007, something like that. I was running PPC ads, Google AdWords.
Okay.
And it was so easy, dude. It was like, it was so cheap. It was so easy. And I would pay like 10 cents a click, to run ads on Google. Right. And then one morning I wake up and my bid is like $10. It went from 10 cents to $10.
Wow. For
the same keyword. And I'm like, what? And so they did, it was the famous Google slap back in the day. And so if I just depended on that one traffic source, my business would be gone just like that, because you can't run a business on that model, right? So what I do is you get the traffic, you get it into your world, and then you understand how to market, and then you create, there's external traffic and internal traffic. Your internal traffic is the one that's coming from your world that you control. And this is where you can aggregate data. This is where you can get people's phone numbers. This is where you can SMS them. This is where you can get their physical address. Maybe you want to send them a postcard. It's data, right? The more you have that, and the more, relationship capital that you build with them, dude, you will be unshakable. You will not have to depend on Facebook or Google or what these guys are doing. It's great. You can siphon traffic from there, but you really control it from your internal world, from your internal source. Right. And that's a $1 billion idea for you right there, because that can grow.
Awesome, Vic. In fact, Vic, I've implemented the SMS idea, and I've just doubled my business after we met. You gave me the idea about SMS integration to the campaigns. Yeah. It's just straight off doubling in income just by implementing that one idea. And this is huge. And in fact, when it comes to external advertising traffic sources, what do you think is working for you right now? Just wanted to get your pulse, because here in India, we are just like depending on Facebook ads at this point. Of course, you're running Google ads, YouTube ads. So what is working for you? Just want to get an idea, from your perspective.
Right. So if it works for you, if Facebook works for you, here's what you guys can do. With external stuff, let's say if you go to Facebook and you get somebody to your landing page, right? Retarget, retarget, because when you retarget, now you can follow these people that have hit your site. Now I would definitely, absolutely follow with display ads. It's very easy, very cheap. You can run with display ads, and also video ads is actually really, really good, really inexpensive right now. But creating your own, it's like creating your own pool of traffic that you can draw from. And not every visitor that hits your site will become a subscriber, but maybe 20, 30% will become a subscriber, but that means that 70 to 80% are not. So that's why when you retarget them, everybody that hits your site, now you can put them in a pool of people that you can now run display ads to them.
Got it.
Okay. That's going to be a fraction of a cost for you to initially acquire them. It's a lot cheaper. Now you can retarget them on social. Now you can retarget them on Google networks. Now you can retarget them on YouTube. Okay. And it's a lot cheaper for you. And you're still marketing to them until they become your customer or your prospect. Now, when they opt in, you take them out from that retargeting pool, right? Now they're in your inner world, and then you apply what we teach you inside of the 4% and Success Challenge and all that stuff to get closer to them and turn them into a customer. But you can build a system around this whole concept. Okay, systems is really important. McDonald's runs on systems. Amazon runs on systems. Your business should be running on systems too. There is a system for traffic generation. There is a system for conversions. There is a system for, for everything. If you can run your life on systems, dude, it's going to be so much easier. You can run 1,000 miles an hour, right? But here's another thing. If you have a campaign that works for you, then you can get other people to run traffic for you. You can go to like a CPA network, for example, and every hit that they send you, guess what you can do? You can retarget those people. Now you can go to there's a module inside Internet Traffic Mastery that we have. It's called 24-hour traffic media, right? And you can go and you can even rent lists of people, right? And you can have them come to your site, and you can implement the retargeting model as well. So you can really you can do magical things when it comes to traffic. You can create your own pool of people, potentially millions of people that you can market to for fraction of what it's going to cost you to initially acquire them in the first place. And so your competition, like people that don't understand this kind of stuff, they're always going to the source and they're always paying top dollar. Where I don't want to do that. I just want to do that one time. You know what I mean? Yes. And then I want to be smart about it so that I only pay like 10% of what I initially paid, but still get access to the very same people. And that's how you just scale like crazy.
Wow. This is gold, Vic. All of you just type in the comment box gold, because this one idea here I think it's just given us a whole new paradigm of making the best use of what we spend on advertising. Thank you, Vic, for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, no, totally.
So the next segue is, I want you to share with us more about the 4% challenge. Like why should one start the 4% challenge? For whom is this? Because and before you start, sharing with the group, I just want to tell everyone here that the reason I was able to get these kind of results, so 100,000 in sales. In fact, last month I had a 50,000 month Vic. It is another big milestone for me, and yeah, just following exactly what you say. So rest of the group, watching here, I'm just following both of Vic's blueprints precisely. And it's because of the 4% challenge that I was able to really set up my own hub, set up my own systems. And I've kind of adapted some of those things in my courses for India market. But ultimately, I want everyone to start learning directly from Vic, because Vic is the one who really opened and expanded my horizons. So Vic, maybe tell about the people about the success challenge and why should they do it, and what kind of transformations can they expect by going through it.
Yeah. So Success Challenge is a project that I've conceived in my mind a while ago, and I said, what would it take for can I take somebody off the street, complete stranger, they have a burning desire to be successful, to make money, to build a business, to maintain, sustain it. Could I help them do that? And how would I do that? Now, I couldn't do that 10 years ago because I was in the process of learning it. Now, having gone through that journey that I had 14 years, having the mentors that I had for me and trial and error and figuring out how do I go from nothing to, my first 1,000 to my first $10,000 to my first 100,000 to my first $1 million a month, and then, a day. How would I teach somebody? And so this is where this project kind of stemmed from, is how do you do it? Well, it's a holistic approach. You can't just teach traffic generation and expect people to win because they're messed up thinking. Yeah. So it needs to be like, people need to change their paradigm. Like, you need to become a person, right? So it's a really interesting, if you guys have never gone through that training, definitely, I mean, you would be missing out on so much goodness for you if you don't do it. It will change you fundamentally. Not only as a marketer, it will change you fundamentally as a human, as a marketer, as an entrepreneur, as a strategist, and it will give you confidence that you can do anything you put your mind to. I mean, Sid is a perfect example of that. So it's we launched it out. We've got over almost 3,000 5-star reviews on it already. It's absolutely phenomenal training. So it teaches you how to build a business. How do you, if you have no product, if you have no experience, if you have no business, how do you start everything? See, if I'm going to bake a cake, and I'm terrible at that. My wife is really good at that, but you need to have some ingredients, right? You need to have some flour, maybe some sugar, maybe some whatever, right? Milk, ingredients. Now, if I am clueless on how to put them all together, in which order, right? And how to bake it at certain temperature for how long, I can have the right ingredients, but I can mess the whole thing up because I don't have the awareness, right? There's 3 things you need. You need to have the right awareness, right? You need to have the right blueprint, and then you need to take action. You take action following the right blueprint, having the right awareness. Success Challenge has all those 3 components in the right order, and it tells you, what do you do today? What do you do tomorrow? What do you do the next day? How do you pick a product? How do you build your first landing? I mean, everything is step by step, really. So if you want to learn, people want to learn how do they build an affiliate marketing business, selling anything under the sun, as long as you believe in it. And then how do you build a business around that concept? And then how do you become a person that's going to be worthy of generating your first 10,000, your first 100,000, then take it to 1 million? It's a step-by-step process. That's what the Success Challenge is all about.
Awesome. So Vic, what's your vision for where do you want to take this? Where do you want to take 4%? And what is the value system that you've been building the 4% on? Maybe for people to know, where are you thinking? I mean, where do you want us to align with you on your bigger mission that you have?
Yeah, man. So yesterday, were you on the webinar yesterday for 4%?
I saw the recording. Yeah, it was early in the morning. Yeah. I saw it.
So yeah, man, I mean, we want to make an impact. We want to make a difference. We want to do, like, the reason that we created this company is we did not just want to have another company. It makes no sense. We don't just want to have products just for the sake of having products. I see this. My vision is to truly make a difference. You know, I mean, the whole 4% concept and the whole notion of this, of what we do and the reason why we exist is to inspire people and the whole, you know, as what you will see coming out with this big update that we're doing here. Everything is going to be revolved around dare to be great as a slogan, as a mission, as a thing, right? So it's like dare to be great at whatever it is that you're doing. So we want to be the place, we want to be the platform, the place where people could come to get inspired, get educated, get the best resources, be a part of the community that would help them be great at whatever it is that they're doing. You know, and so at the end of the day, we just want to make a difference, and it's fun, man. It's fun to, you know, when you have people sending you notes, and you can attest to that now too, Sid, you know, saying, hey, you made a difference in my life. Thank you. My life is better. Yes. You never know. I could impact, like, because I didn't quit, right? Maybe I've planted a little seed of inspiration in you, Sid, and then through your work, dude, maybe you're going to inspire somebody that's going to become somebody who's going to be huge in the world and make unbelievable difference for you know, millions of people. You don't know, right? Yeah. So if Dan Kennedy wouldn't exist, I don't know if I would be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he was not persistent in selling his products, you know, if maybe I didn't see that. So if you have a great idea, if you're passionate about something, if you know that what you've got makes a difference and it makes sense and it's a real thing, it is your obligation, it's your duty to become to become a force to be reckoned with. It is your obligation to sell that into as many people's households as you possibly can. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So if I know that we can impact people positively, why would I be timid about it? So I want to grow this guy to the level that he becomes a force of nature, right? Because we need to propagate this idea into the world, man. And same thing with you guys. Like, whatever it is that you see yourself, like, do this. You know, it's evening time where you at, right? Tonight, when you go to bed, just close your eyes and think, dude, if I had no limits, no financial limits, no time limits, nothing, dude, what would you want to do? Why do you exist here as a human being on this earth? What do you really want to do? You want to build a school? It's going to require money.
Yeah.
Right? Want to help other people? Great. I got into affiliate marketing because I wanted to help my parents. I wanted to retire them. I did it. Feels great. You know? So get your why to be so strong, man, that was going to fuel you. That's going to push you to become the best version of you. And so 4% is that platform that's going to allow you to do that.
Amazing, Vic. And on a more lighter note, Vic, just tell us about your personal life, your family. Some of you may not know, Vic is a father of 6 beautiful kids.
Yeah, and, right here. See that right there?
Yeah, I can see that at the back.
Yeah. So that's my wife. That's my wife right here. We've got 4 boys. We've got 2 girls. That's my family. Yeah, I had an artist come and he did this painting for me.
It's beautiful. How do you manage your time? Your hands must be full managing kids and, you know, family life and business and all of that stuff. How do you plan your day?
You know, it's I don't have at my level, you know, we have right now we're in a project. We're in the middle of this huge project, you know, 4% here, updating. My family knows that we're on the same page. I think it's really important for people, for families to be like, if you guys can get on the same page with your kids, with your husband, wife, whatever, so that there is no friction. You know what I mean? Like, I work more than anybody I know right now, but I know why, because it's a finite time that, you know, we got to get certain things done, and they're okay with it. They know that. But when I work hard. When I play hard. You know, so that's kind of my take on it. But we're in this together. I mean, my family knows the reason why we're doing this, and that's beyond the business, beyond the money, and beyond everything. It's an impact. It's, you know, it's the right thing to do, and so they're on the board. And so that's how we approach it. So if I need to work 15-hour days, they're cool with it. But then if I don't work, we hang out. We have the most amazing time ever.
Nice, nice. And so some of the other values that I could resonate with you is, I know that you're a very spiritual person yourself, family oriented, and
Yeah.
also, doing business with a high level of integrity. So, does this go back to your roots, your upbringing? Where does it come from? Who's been your inspiration when it comes to, having a strong value system and living life in this way? Because I see many other marketers just about the money, and they don't look at, the other stuff which really matter the most.
Yeah. I think, dude, I think God first, family second, business third. Awesome. That's kind of the hierarchy there. My dad was a pastor, and so I was brought up in a family of, Christian family, and those values were instilled in me. Did I always follow them when I was younger? No, but they're there. They're and now that I'm getting older, and I start to realize more and more of the, why that was so important.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Guys, are you loving it? Just type loving it in the comment box, because this is again such an amazing interaction, Vic. Thank you so much. I think this has given us a lot of inspiration, and even if you're watching this as a recording, probably on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, you can just share your comments below on what you think were your biggest takeaways. You can share that below. And at this point, I just want to ask everyone to maybe give them a couple of minutes to just get started on the 4%, on the free training. Actually, I'm just going to throw in a link there. If all of you can just click on that link, it's there in the comments. Just register for Vic's upcoming webinar. It's an automated webinar, but it's going to be a 2-hour. It's a 2-hour training, Vic. You're going to go in depth into explaining the entire model that's really working for you, right? So
yeah, so that webinar, I'll tell you guys, that webinar I created is a training. It's 2 hours. I think it's just over 2 hours, but it's I wanted to take people through the process and the path and just really show them how it based on my experience, right? So how did I go from zero to generating my first, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 and millions of dollars in affiliate marketing, specifically in affiliate marketing. So I walk people through the path. There's a lot of stuff that they learn, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. Take it. I mean, it's whatever. Give them the link and check it out.
Awesome. So thanks, Vic. Maybe Vic, you can give me back the host controls. So I'll probably just wind up and
I think you got it, bro.
Yeah. Let's see if I've got the host. Yeah, I think I've got it. No, I think the host control is still on you. You just need to click on my name and just give it back once more. Then I would be able to add on a poll. And
like host. Okay,
yes.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm back on. So just want to run a quick poll and just to give Vic also a perspective. So just answer this poll. So the poll is, what's your experience with affiliate marketing, so that you'd also know out of 425 people right now live watching. I'd like also to just, put in this poll, and I'll share this result with the group here. So, especially those of you who are zero in this, and you're just starting off, I would highly recommend that you get into that training and learn from the master himself. And it's because of this, I started by selling other people's products, and I created my own products, and all of you are here in this community. So, and Vic, what I tell people is, affiliate marketing is the fastest way to create that cash flow. And then creating 100%. Your own products will actually give you that credibility. And then if they want, they can get into coaching, consulting to create that, the profit maximizer. They have to do something more high ticket later on. So that's the philosophy of how I'm bridging my courses into the 4%. And just for others watching this, I truly believe that, after investing all kinds of courses, I don't think you need to invest anything else beyond the 4%. Everything is contained in it when it comes to mastering the game of traffic, conversions, and doing it inside out. Like Vic was just mentioning, it's all about the internal game, and then, making it manifest with the external game. So I think they've got some good poll results here. Yes,
I can tell you this. So you can still hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Dude, I can tell you this. When you get good at affiliate marketing, so many doors open up for you, because for you to get great at affiliate marketing, and especially with the way that we're approaching this whole concept, right? Holistically, you become an expert at traffic generation, because you have to. You become an expert at systems building, you have to. You become an expert at marketing and building your own community, you have to. Now you have all these additional skills that are you being that you acquire as a byproduct, that if you want to become a consultant, dude, you're not consulting people now from just theory or because you read a book. See, when you stem from experience, right? So many opportunities open up for you. Look at this. I started out as an affiliate marketer. We run a company that's going to impact millions and millions of people's lives right now. See what I'm saying? So you can't sell your products until you can sell somebody else's products. And it's it's a lot easier to sell somebody else's product than to build your own thing and try to sell it and see if it's going to work or not. So affiliate marketing is hands down, in my opinion. We could be doing anything. That I've done CPA, I've done network marketing, I've done my own stuff, I've done I've done a lot of things. I can tell you this, hands down, affiliate marketing is the fastest way to money if you do it right.
Awesome. Great. So Vic, we've gotten a lot of poll results. I'm just going to share the results here on the screen, and you'll be amazed to see that 87% of this group have not made any money in affiliate marketing. They're just starting off. And I think we just have like one person who's made, a couple of people have made over $100,000 in this community, this list here watching.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. So all of you who are starting off on this, get started with this. And let's all give our love and wishes to Vic. Thank you so much, Vic, for giving your time. I know you're very busy in the midst of all these launches, and we are excited to see the new updates unfold. And I just want to commit myself to you once again. And I'm totally in alignment with you, in resonance with you. And just eager to, help you carry forward the mission and the vision that you set, and just be a part of the bigger tribe that we are building together in the 4%. Thank you so much, Vic, for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Sid. And I want to acknowledge your community here. You guys are awesome. I see these comments flying 1,000 miles an hour. Appreciate you. You're so loving. You're so awesome. Appreciate you. And hey, anything I can do to help your guys' community, we're here. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you. See you, Vic. Bye-bye. Take care.